Now let me tell you, when during 2023 presidential election, Atedo Peterside came to my house, not government house, my house, to see me. I said, what's the problem? He said, he told Peter Obi, if we can win the primary, look, it will be hard to support you. We'll support the wicked. That's what he said. I wasn't there when he told me. So I said, what do you want me to do now? That we should support Peter Obi. I said, so how will he win the election? Yeah, another. So I have no problem about that. The same man, without disclosing to the public that this is a preferred candidate, he used ANAP Foundation, his own foundation, to start doing opinion poll, skew the opinion poll to be favorable to Obi. Is that a corruption? The man who you are for this man, you now became the head of opinion poll. You come out on television, skew the opinion poll favorable to Peter Obi when you have an interest. Without disclosing to the public, look, Obi is my candidate too. That's deceitful. This is the same man.
In his latest media chat, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, has used the media platform to settle political scores with his perceived enemies. As you all, if you are a follower of these charts that Nyesom Wike used to hold from time to time, you discover that it's largely to settle political scores with his perceived political enemies and less on what he's doing to make FCT better. In the latest interview, one of the high points was that he picked on Atedo Peterside, who is the founder of Stanbic IBTC Bank PLC. And what was the offense of Atedo Peterside? Atedo Peterside, in an interview, criticized the sole administrator that was imposed on Rivers people by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu through the state of emergency, saying that the people who were appointed, in the words of Nyesom Wike, that Atedo Peterside said that they were referrals who were appointed as local government chairmen or sole administrators. So Nyesom Wike was offended by that comment, and he used his media chat to reply Atedo Peterside. And in doing so, as is typical of him, he revealed what he considered a secret, what many will consider a secret. He said that Atedo Peterside told him that if he is to win the nomination of his party, that it will be difficult to support Peter. That he told Peter Obi that if Nyesom Wike emerges winner, that's winning nomination of his party, that it will be difficult for him, Atedo Peterside, to support Peter Obi. In other words, he was revealing that Atedo Peterside supports Peter Obi ahead of the 2023 presidential election. And he then went on to say that was why Atedo Peterside conducted polls ahead of the election using his ANAP Foundation to conduct polls that favored Peter Obi ahead of other presidential candidates. He was saying that what Atedo Peterside did was political corruption, that it was corruption, because he didn't indicate that Peter Obi was his preferred candidate. In other words, he was casting aspersion on the poll that was conducted by ANAP Foundation, which indicated that Peter Obi was the most preferred candidate ahead of the 2023 election. Now, we are going to show in this video that it was Nyesom Wike that lied against him. Why did I say so? Because by the law of average, we are going to look at all the opinion polls that were conducted ahead, the major opinion polls that were conducted ahead of the 2023 presidential election, to see if they differ from what ANAP did. Because unless they differ significantly from what ANAP did, you cannot therefore conclude that Atedo Peterside doctored the opinion poll to favor Peter Obi. That is what we are going to prove, that Nyesom Wike lied against Atedo Peterside. Because from what we are going to show to you now, you are going to see that Peter Obi was the preferred candidate in most of the polls that was conducted ahead of the 2023 presidential election. And that reflected in the election. That reflected, because Peter Obi was on a home run before INEC switched off the transmission of the result, indicating that the opinion polls were very accurate, indicating that ANAP was very accurate, indicating that Atedo Peterside is a man of integrity, because he conducted a transparent opinion poll. And we're going to look at even the one that was conducted by Americans. The one that was conducted by Americans, we're going to look at it to show you clearly that Peter Obi was on a home run, was running away with victory before INEC switch off the transmission of the result. That's what we are going to do. Okay? And we have summarized it to top 7 polls that shows Peter Obi favored to win the 2023 presidential election, contrary to Wike's lies against Atedo Peterside. Now, these are the polls that was conducted, and we are sharing it with you based on the dates they were conducted. Number 1, Market Trends International, MTI. Their opinion poll was conducted January 2023. A survey conducted by MTI between November 9 and 29, 2022, found that 44% of the respondents favored Peter Obi, leading other candidates by a significant margin. Number 2 poll that was conducted within that period was by Nestia poll, January 2023. It was conducted by Nestia. This nationwide poll indicated that Obi led with 37% support, followed by Atiku at 27% and Bola Tinubu at 24%. The survey, which included 3,000 respondents across Nigeria's 6 geopolitical zones, suggested a likely runoff in the election. Number 3, Bloomberg Premise Data Corp. Bloomberg is an American media company. It's probably number 1 when it comes to business. You have Bloomberg News, Bloomberg TV, and all whatnot. So it's a major American news corporation. Now, Bloomberg collaborated with Premise Data Corp to conduct a poll. Their poll was released on February 2023. A poll conducted by Premise Data Corp for Bloomberg News between January 26 and February 4, 2023 showed Obi as the preferred choice of 66% of respondents, with Tinubu and Atiku trailing at 18% and 10% respectively. Number 4, we had a poll by We Together Foundation poll, September 2022. A survey by the We Together Foundation found that 51% of respondents favored Peter Obi, while Atiku and Tinubu received 25% and 19% support, respectively. The poll highlighted Obi's consistent lead across several geopolitical zones. Number 5 is ANAP Foundation. This is the one that Nyesom Wike is claiming that it was rigged, which was a lie. Because if it was rigged, why were the other ones not rigged? Also, the other ones, they rigged it too. Even Bloomberg, they rigged it too. Is that what Nyesom Wike is telling us? Or is Atedo Peterside the owner of all these poll companies, including Bloomberg, that conducted that poll? Now, ANAP Foundation and NOI polls, September 2022. An opinion poll by ANAP Foundation and NOI polls indicated that Obi led with 21% support, ahead of Atiku and Tinubu, who each had 13%. The survey also noted that 32% of respondents were undecided. Number 6 poll was Prime Business Africa Pre-Campaign Poll, September 2022. A pre-campaign poll by Prime Business Africa showed Obi leading with 87.9% support, followed by Tinubu at 8.5% and Atiku at 1.8%. This poll was conducted online and aimed to gauge early public opinion. Number 7 opinion poll was by Next Year Rural Communities Poll, November 2022. A survey by Next Year conducted in rural communities across 12 states indicated that Obi led with 40.37% support, followed by Atiku at 26.7% and Tinubu at 20.47%. The poll also noted Obi's high net favorability of 30%. Now, you can therefore see by the law of average, if an ANAP was different from all the rest, it would have even been more suspicious. If ANAP, because you have seen the major opinion polls that was conducted before the election, they all showed that Peter Obi was the leading candidate, and that reflected in the election. Even Nyesom Wike cannot swear with Amadioha that Peter Obi did not win Rivers State before the manipulators of the results in Rivers State manipulated it. He cannot deny it. can swear by Amadio that Peter Obi did not win Rivers State. Because even independent tabulation of the result by the BBC and Premium Times using data from the INEC IRIF showed that Peter Obi won Rivers State, but INEC allocated it to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And when Peter Obi challenged this thing in court, what the Supreme Court did is a story for another day. So, I don't know why Nyesom Wike wanted to, want to demarcate Peter Obi, and then as the opinion poll, he said he did that. Atedo Peterside didn't say that didn't tell the world that he has interest in Peter Obi. Even if he has interest in Peter Obi, the poll was not conducted by ANAP Foundation alone. It was a combination of poll with NOI. NOI poll is one of the most reputable independent poll companies in Nigeria. They collaborated with ANAP Foundation to conduct that poll, indicating that we showed that Peter Obi was leading. And if you look at the poll, the results from the polls, they were very apt in the sense that it reflected in the election. Don't forget that ahead of the election, they say those who are not following, those of us, I was following, this channel was following. Obi is going nowhere, he has no structure and all that. But this opinion polls was the thing that was giving many of us confidence that something is about to shift in Nigerian politics. And it was about to shift dramatically before INEC switch off the transmission of the result deliberately, as was confirmed by Lai Mohammed, the then Minister of Information and National Orientation. And that is why we find ourselves in this mess that we are inside, because the people's verdict was aborted and INEC imposed their candidate on Nigerians. So I don't know what to think about what I have just shown to you now to prove that Nyesom Wike lied. Atedo Peterside did not favor Peter Obi in the conduct of the opinion poll that was done by ANAP Foundation. So Nyesom Wike lied. He has to prove to us that these opinion polls that was conducted, including the ones by the Americans, that they all of them collaborated to manipulate the data, because Atedo Peterside is known to all of them, even to Bloomberg, directing them on what to put. It doesn't really make sense. It doesn't. But he was particular about the ANAP Foundation. But what we have done is to use the law of average to show that if Peter Obi was favored by ANAP, was he also favored by Bloomberg? Was he also favored by Nistia? There were so many other opinion polls. The other opinion poll that was conducted that ever favored Tinubu was the one that was conducted by his newspaper, The Nation. That was the only opinion poll that said that Tinubu is going to win. It was conducted by his own newspaper. And Nyesom Wike didn't find anything wrong with that. The Nation newspaper conducted an opinion poll saying that Tinubu will win. Nyesom Wike did not find anything funny about that poll. Another one that did not favor Peter Obi was the one conducted by This Day. And This Day was an ally of Atiku Abubakar. They conducted it, and from all indication, you will know, they say Atiku is going to win, projected to win. These are the only ones that gave Atiku and Tinubu media organizations that are favored. They are their friends In the case of Atedo Tinubu, it was his own personal newspaper, The Nation, that said he's going to win, projected to win. In Atiku Abubakar, it was a media-friendly newspaper, This Day, that said he's going to win. But other independent opinion polls, all of them show that Peter Obi is the person to beat. And in line with that, Peter Obi was cruising to victory until INEC switched off the electronic transmission of that result. I don't know what to think about Nyesom Wike's assertion that Atedo Peterside committed political corruption because his ANAP Foundation opinion poll showed that Peter Obi is going to win. When in actual fact, Peter Obi was his preferred candidate. But from what I have shown you now, what you have seen with your own eyes, is there any sense in saying that Atedo Peterside favored Peter Obi through the opinion poll when he had only one opinion poll company, whereas all the other opinion polls, they showed that Peter Obi is going to win. And that was also reflected in the results of the election before INEC switch off the electronic transmission of the result. Whatever is your position, let's hear from you from the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.